Hey Leo, how are you guys? Thanks for joining me. I'm here to bring you the rest of February's clarity on what's coming in for you and what you need to know. While I shuffle the deck, I will open the blinds here so that you can connect with the beautiful mountain behind me. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Jeez. It's been quite a snowstorm here lately, so you have a gorgeous view right afterward. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kristen. I'm a metaphysical healer and a psychic guide. And I live in a super powerful place. That's an energy vortex there in the mountain, and I like to have all my readers be able to connect directly to it for healing and manifestation. Use the power as you would like. Please be positive because it is intense energy, okay? All right. I apologize. I've been a little bit late here this month. I've been working on a huge community project for the youth here, and I've had some sick kiddos, so it's been kind of some delays this month. I do have a special going on, $20 for a 40-minute private reading. And if you subscribe, you can shoot me an email and I will set you up with a free mini reading, okay, about 20 minutes or so, just to answer any questions that you have. And I do also offer additional, as far as private readings go, very affordable rates. I do have long-distance Reiki services and guidance for crystal children, or indigos, rainbows, the whole spectrum. All that information is below. And I do have lives on my Facebook and my YouTube. And within those, I offer free mini readings. Let's try that again. Free mini readings so that you can just get some clarity without spending any money. It's always nice sometimes. All right, guys. One more shuffle here and we'll get going. I am going to take a look at a couple different groups just to see what's going on, and then I will pull from the Angel Oracle deck to give you some further clarification and advice. All right, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed that. It was absolutely beautiful. I wish I could be in the camera and do that at the same time, but I have a really hard time doing that. All right. I have shuffled the deck. Once I have it placed out here, I will show you what we've got, okay? All right. All right, guys. This is a general reading, okay? So it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I'm going to try to gather as much information for as many of you as I can. All right. All right, so for a group of you, we've got a transformation situation happening here. And you've also got some, progress in a new beginning. So you guys, those of you who have been looking for some kind of an opportunity or a change in your life, you cannot see those. I'm so sorry. There you go. How about that? That's better. For those of you who are expecting or looking for change in your life, that is coming about. And with that, you are able to really get a full spectrum of the possibilities that you really didn't think were optional. And the completion of that first step and really just recognizing and being able to realize that there are other options out there was really the kicker to even get that motion going, okay? But now that you've got some options, all right? The situation is kind of in a position where it's leaving you kind of on the defensive here. You're trying to find balance in this, all right? I feel like this is work-related for a group of you, and you've been in a situation where you have had to make some decisions and really discern how you were going to go about implementing it into your life. And it's been kind of a tough go. Like you've been all over the place in your head, really a little bit intense about what's best for you, and with all the options going on. Okay, give me just a minute here, guys. Because I have a bunch of stuff coming in, but I want to make sure I have it right here. Okay, so I see that you have been very matter of fact in what you want, and you are trying to find a way to balance what you want within an environment that might not necessarily support it. Okay, in other words, it's kind of going away from those of the people around you are not used to the direction that you're about to go in, and that's creating kind of a stuck position for you. But my advice, and based on the oracle card, I'm pretty sure it's going to agree or respond similarly, in the fact that you need to be not as interested in what other people are thinking about the situation, and more focused on what the bigger picture is and how this applies to that. Okay, I do see you defending the position. I do see you working towards a consistent gain, towards success in this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So within the work environment for you guys, I see this transition happening. I see movement going into the direction of a new beginning. I see you making that decision that you are going to ultimately say, you know what? Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find success out of this situation for myself, and in turn, it's going to bring success back to everybody else. So if you're feeling a little bit of resistance, find the few supporters that you have that are all about it. Pull that strength from that resource, and you don't need to be harsh by any means with these folks. Just explain that balance in your world doesn't necessarily have to be the same as someone else's variables that make their balance, but it is important for you to establish that for yourself. And if you need to verbalize that so that people understand this isn't about you're just going off the deep end, you are looking for balance in a lot of areas that perhaps you didn't before. And everyone needs to just sit back and be supportive and let you do what you need to do. If this is in regards to a relationship, the same concept applies. It's a new opportunity for you. Perhaps you haven't been in a relationship in a while, or you are going with the demographic that's not typical from the past, and you're getting a little bit of interesting feedback from the situation, and you are having to say, you know what, I only live once, and I'm going to go my way, and I'm going to find balance in what I feel I need to in my life today, and you should. So if it is a relationship, same thing goes. Just do what you feel is right for you, okay? Because you only live once, you're right. You got to live it up sometimes. Okay. Now, for the other group of you, that's a little bit more intense stuff going on. Okay, that's more kind of happy, it's going. I mean, there's always some growing pains, but overall, that one feels pretty good. And for the other group of you, you've got some intense stuff going on. While I'm on that note, I'm going to go ahead and pull your angel card just so that we can get some clarity. All right. All right, so this first group of you got the Dark Night of the Soul. You are ready for a more real and radiant relationship with the divine. Your preconceived ideas and safe limiting beliefs may be sacrificed in order for this to happen. To the divine, these are only the clothing of your spirit. They are the impediments to the absolute intimacy the divine seeks with you. You might feel vulnerable or uncertain as the divine goes out about stripping away these barriers. This is when you enter the dark night of the soul. You understand there is nothing to rely upon but the divine, and you will find it difficult to trust at times. This night will end, however, and This night will end, however, and the sweetness of the divine dawning in your heart shall render all worthwhile. But for now, you are meant to feel exactly as you feel. You are not doing something wrong. You are moving closer to the divine. So, a message I got when I was reading that, for those of you who this isn't work, this isn't relationship, and this is just you. Okay, this is talking about how all of these new, this transformation, this new beginning, this kind of stalemate with the situation, defending your position. This is you coming into a new perception in your life. This is you looking around and saying, something's a little off with how people are living and how things are going around me, and I'm not digging it. And you are coming closer to your higher self and connecting more with what you are all about in this life and how you want that to look. Okay, so for some of you, this is just a pure conscious awakening for you, okay? And with all of these super moons and full moons and eclipses this year so far, I have seen a lot more of just an expanded group of people awakening and asking questions and looking around and saying, this isn't quite the way that I think we were supposed to be living, and really evaluating how that's supposed to look. And in doing so, we are starting a transformation overall on a way to live, a lifestyle, okay? The more minimalist kind of a way that just really focuses more on pure happiness and takes away from mindless consumption and waste, right? In all sorts of ways, not just in actually physical. Okay, so that is your message for that group of you. Now, for the others, we've got the Four of Swords, the Six of Wands. Are we coming out of heartbreak on a situation? You're pulling some strength from it, okay? So, this is how you're feeling about the situation. You are coming away from a heartache, whether I feel like this is... Okay. I feel that there's a group of you that have been in a very committed relationship for quite some time, and you have been in that relationship for reasons that make sense, as opposed to the way that your soul wanted that to feel. In delicate way put. Okay? And you're moving away from the idea that it has to be this certain way. And perhaps you made a choice recently that you needed to come away from a partnership. And it's been a really tough go for you because you knew it was something that needed to happen. I see for a group of you, it's a relationship that maybe you were with because you had kids and you guys were really committed to the situation. But now that the kiddos are older and kind of moving on, you have reevaluated where you're at in that relationship, okay? And perhaps you kind of severed that in the recent past, and you are now coming out of that heartache and really looking towards the idea of how you used to feel from the past, okay? For another group of you, I feel like if there was some strain with you and your partner, and you either took a little bit of a break or you were having some issues, you're coming away from that and back into that harmonious energy within the relationship. And you guys, with that break or with that newfound perception or understanding that you guys have, you have a new strength that you brought to the table. Okay, and those of you who did separate because your kiddos kind of got older, this has also created a new strength. It was almost a mutual understanding that, okay, well, this is what we kind of planned for, or in our heart we kind of knew this, and we are really happy with the fact that we were able to make that break, and we are still very positive with each other, and we're happy about the situation. Our kids see that we're happier, and it really worked out very well. So I don't see that there is a negative in this situation, but I do see that you have been very much in your head about it. There has been a lot of communication or a need for communication. Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So you have been really anxious about the situation and trying to make sure that you were making the right thing. But I could see why. After so many years of a commitment, and all of a sudden there's a huge change like that, there would be some serious anxiety in this. Okay? For another group of you, that this is work related, you're that moving away from the industry that you've been in for a long time and into a different type of career, it's bringing you a lot of happiness. I mean, you're really excited about it. You have a lot of strength and a lot of motivation and empowerment for it, but you're also like really stuck in your head about the change, because change is just not something that you're really interested in. Perhaps right at the moment, or you don't like it in general. And this is a divine invitation for you to step outside of your comfort zone and to understand, why you're feeling these things and what needs to be learned out of this to move forward. Okay, your message is initiation by fire, okay. Which is a very powerful message. I'm going to read it in just a second, but it's the concept is that you are taking a step in the right direction to enlighten, okay, yourself and to move into a whole higher vibration. And I think you've been feeling this coming. I mean, that's kind of what this is saying, that you've known this is coming. You knew there was a choice that was going to need to be made, and that it was going to be a little bit uncomfortable, or it was going to make others uncomfortable. But it was also very much necessary to move forward in your destiny. But the message I'm getting here is that to let that stress and anxiety go, because this is all part of your divine plan. All of this. And sometimes when we have that discomfort, we wonder, oh my gosh, is this right? Why is it so uncomfortable? And from my experience and what I've seen in others, when things start to crumble and things just start to be like, why is everything just going crazy around me and it's chaos? It's exactly that. It's that tower moment. It's that transformation happening, and it's synchronicity showing you that change is happening or necessary. So pay attention to your angel numbers and your synchronicities. All right, guys. Initiation by fire is your message. Initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined, opening to fresh blessings and new life. You are like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames reborn. That's what I was saying. All right? This is all in due course. It's all here for a purpose. It's inviting you to let go of the old and allowing you to bring in everything that is meant for you. All right, my lovely Cancers, I hope that this resonated with you. And if you want some clarity on any of this, shoot me an email.